Did you know that Sweden is famous not only for its breathtaking natural landscapes, but also for its stunning women? Imagine spending your retirement years in a place where the air is crisp, the cities are clean, and the healthcare system is one of the best in the world. This Scandinavian country has mastered the art of combining modernity with nature, and it's known for its high quality of life. Its economy is equally impressive. It's home to some of the world's most innovative companies like Volvo, IKEA, and Spotify. Also Ericsson and Skype originating from this small but mighty nation. With a focus on sustainability and a reputation as a global leader in green energy. Did you know that Sweden is home to over 100,000 lakes and has more forested land than almost any other European country? Sweden is the largest of the Nordic countries, with over 68% of its land covered by forests and nearly 100 islands making up its beautiful archipelagos. But is it the right place for you? Let's dive deep into what it takes to retire in Sweden and what you can expect when you get there. Getting to Sweden, visa and residency requirements. If you're planning to retire in Sweden and you're not a citizen of the EU/EEA, one of the first hurdles to overcome is the visa. For retirees, you'll likely apply for a residence permit, and the requirements can be stringent. First and foremost, you'll need to prove that you have enough financial means to support yourself without needing Swedish social benefits. This generally means demonstrating a steady income, such as a pension or significant savings. The amount required depends on your specific situation. If you are single, you must show that you have enough funds to cover living expenses, which is typically estimated to be around $2,400 USD per month. For couples, this amount rises to about $4,000. In addition, you must have health insurance coverage valid in Sweden, especially if you're coming from a non-EU country. For EU/EEA citizens, the process is a bit easier. While you don't need a visa, you still need to register with the Swedish authorities if you plan to stay longer than 3 months. You also must prove that you have the financial resources and comprehensive health insurance. Housing. Finding a place to call home. Housing in Sweden can vary significantly depending on the region. Cities like Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmö are known for their high living costs, especially when it comes to renting or purchasing property. A one-bedroom apartment in Stockholm, for example, can cost upwards of $1,500 per month. In contrast, housing costs in rural areas or smaller towns are much lower, where you can find similar accommodation for about $700 to $900 a month. Buying property as a foreigner is allowed in Sweden, and many retirees choose this route. Property prices have been on the rise in recent years, especially in major cities. However, compared to other European countries, Sweden offers relatively reasonable real estate options in its smaller towns and countryside. Living expenses, what you can expect to spend. In terms of living expenses, Sweden is known to be on the pricier side, but it is manageable, especially if you are coming from a country with a similarly strong currency. Basic utilities, electricity, heating, cooling, water, garbage collection, for an 85 square meter apartment can cost around $100 to $150 per month. Groceries will set you back roughly $300 to $500 per month, depending on your dietary preferences and shopping habits. For transport, Sweden's public transportation system is excellent. If you're in a city like Stockholm, a monthly transport pass costs about $85. Taxis and car rentals can be expensive, but biking and walking are popular ways to get around, especially in more rural or suburban areas. Healthcare. One of the best in the world. Sweden's healthcare system is world-renowned, and retirees can benefit from it if they become long-term residents. For EU/EEA citizens, access to healthcare is straightforward, as they can use their European Health Insurance Card, EIC. For non-EU citizens, as mentioned earlier, having comprehensive private health insurance is a must until you become a resident, at which point you can start using Sweden's public healthcare. The healthcare system in Sweden is heavily subsidized. Out-of-pocket costs are capped at $475 per year, after which most treatments are free. This includes doctor visits, hospital stays, and prescribed medication. Sweden's healthcare system is regarded as one of the most efficient and accessible in the world, which is a major draw for retirees. The Swedish people, understanding the culture, especially the women. Sweden is often praised for its egalitarian and progressive society, and this is especially true when it comes to gender equality. Swedish women enjoy equal opportunities in almost all aspects of life, from the workplace to education. In fact, Sweden consistently ranks among the top countries in the world for gender equality. Swedish women are typically well-educated, independent, and career-driven. The country's emphasis on work-life balance allows women to pursue both professional and personal aspirations. However, they are also known for their strong sense of community and family. Motherhood is highly valued, and Swedish women benefit from some of the world's most generous parental leave policies. In terms of personality, Swedes in general are known for being polite, reserved, and private. But once you get to know them, they are warm, loyal friends. Swedish women in particular value independence, respect, and equality in relationships, which can be refreshing for those coming from more traditional societies. Sweden's economy, what's the status? Sweden boasts a high-income economy, driven by industries like technology, engineering, manufacturing, and green energy. It's home to global giants like Volvo, IKEA, and Ericsson. The country's economy is one of the strongest in Europe, thanks to a high level of innovation, productivity, and a well-educated workforce. However, there are challenges. The housing market, especially in major cities, has been experiencing high demand and soaring prices, which could pose issues in the future. Additionally, while the country has made great strides in green technology and renewable energy, its reliance on exports makes it vulnerable to global market fluctuations. Sweden's history and geography, a rich and varied landscape. Sweden is the largest of the Nordic countries, with a population of around 10 million. It stretches from the Arctic Circle in the north to the temperate, more densely populated south. Historically, Sweden was known for its Viking heritage, but in more recent centuries, it has maintained a stance of neutrality in global conflicts, making it one of the most peaceful countries in the world. The country's diverse geography includes everything from snow-capped mountains and forests in the north to picturesque archipelagos and beaches in the south. Stockholm, the capital, is spread across 14 islands connected by more than 50 bridges, offering a unique blend of modern architecture and medieval history. Gems and must-see attractions in Sweden. Stockholm Archipelago. The Stockholm Archipelago is one of the world's most stunning natural landscapes, made up of over 30,000 islands, islets, and skerries. Just a short boat ride from the capital, Stockholm, this archipelago offers a peaceful retreat from city life, with its quaint fishing villages, scenic bays, and crystal-clear waters. Whether you're exploring the island of Vaxholm, often called the gateway to the archipelago, or venturing further to more remote islands like Sandhamn, the area offers everything from leisurely sailing trips to hikes through untouched forests. It's a perfect escape for nature lovers and retirees looking for tranquility, yet it remains within easy reach of urban amenities. Visby, Gotland. Step back in time by visiting Visby, a beautifully preserved medieval town located on the island of Gotland in the Baltic Sea. Known as the City of Roses, Visby is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, famous for its winding cobblestone streets, old stone houses, and the remnants of a mighty city wall built in the 13th century. The town's skyline is dominated by the ruins of churches and cathedrals, offering a glimpse into its rich history as a major trading hub during the Hanseatic League era. The Visby Medieval Week, held annually in August, brings the town's history to life with reenactments, markets, and performances. Retirees will appreciate Visby's calm atmosphere, especially during the off-season when it turns into a serene haven far from the tourist crowds. Abisko National Park and the Northern Lights. For those seeking adventure and breathtaking natural beauty, Abisko National Park in the far north of Sweden is a must-see. Located within the Arctic Circle, Abisko is one of the best places in the world to witness the magical Northern Lights. The park's remote location, far from city lights, provides optimal conditions for spotting the aurora borealis, particularly during the winter months. In addition to the northern lights, Abisko is a haven for outdoor enthusiasts, offering hiking trails in the summer and opportunities for dog sledding, ice fishing, and snowshoeing in winter. The park's centerpiece, Mount Nuolja, offers spectacular views over Lake Tornetrask, the sixth largest lake in Sweden, making it a perfect destination for retirees who love nature and photography. Ice Hotel Jukkasjärvi. In the heart of Swedish Lapland lies one of Sweden's most unique attractions, the Ice Hotel in the village of Jukkasjärvi. Built entirely out of ice and snow, this hotel is rebuilt every winter using ice blocks harvested from the nearby Torn River. Each year, artists from around the world are invited to create intricate ice sculptures and design individually themed rooms, making every visit a unique experience. Guests can sleep in cozy ice rooms, admire the artwork, and enjoy drinks served in ice glasses at the ice bar. The Ice Hotel also offers plenty of winter activities like snowmobiling, reindeer sledding, and even ice sculpting workshops. For retirees, the Ice Hotel offers a once-in-a-lifetime experience in the heart of Swedish Lapland, perfect for those looking to explore the extraordinary. Fjällbacka and the Bohuslän coast. The Bohuslän coast, stretching along Sweden's west coast, is home to picturesque fishing villages, rugged cliffs, and over 8,000 islands. One of the hidden gems of this region is Fjällbacka, a charming seaside village that was once the summer retreat of Swedish film legend Ingrid Bergman. Fjällbacka is famous for its quaint streets, beautiful coastal views, and the dramatic Kungskliftan Gorge, which offers hiking trails and panoramic views of the surrounding archipelago. The nearby Weather Islands are another must-visit, offering some of Sweden's most beautiful and wild island landscapes. For retirees, the Bohuslän coast offers a perfect blend of relaxation and adventure, with opportunities for boating, seafood dining, and peaceful walks along the water. Pros of retiring in Sweden. 1. High quality of life. Sweden consistently ranks as one of the best countries in the world in terms of quality of life. The country excels in areas like healthcare, education, and social welfare. The Swedish social system is designed to ensure that everyone has access to essential services, including subsidized healthcare and affordable housing in some regions. The public services are efficient, and the government is known for being transparent and reliable. As a retiree, you can benefit from these services, which significantly enhance day-to-day living. 2. World-class healthcare system. Sweden has a top-tier healthcare system, often cited as one of the best in the world. The healthcare system is heavily subsidized by the government, ensuring that medical care is accessible to all residents, including retirees. Out-of-pocket expenses for healthcare are capped, which means that after reaching the annual maximum, most treatments and medications are free. For retirees, particularly those concerned about healthcare as they age, Sweden's system provides peace of mind. 3. Stunning natural beauty and outdoor activities. Sweden is a paradise for nature lovers. The country offers a vast range of landscapes, from the snowy mountains of Lapland to the crystal-clear lakes and dense forests in the heart of the country. If you enjoy outdoor activities like hiking, skiing, fishing, or even just strolling through tranquil forests, Sweden is an ideal retirement spot. The clean air and vast, untouched natural areas make it a haven for those seeking peace and relaxation in nature. The Allemansrätten, right of public access, also allows everyone to roam freely in nature, which means you can explore most of the country's outdoor wonders without restrictions. 4. Strong sense of social welfare and security. Sweden offers retirees a sense of security, both in terms of personal safety and financial stability. The crime rate in Sweden is relatively low, and the country's social safety net ensures that those in need are taken care of. As a retiree, you can rest assured that the Swedish government offers strong support systems for seniors, including pensions, housing assistance, and social services. In addition, the Swedish pension system is robust, especially for those who have worked in the country. 5. Progressive values and gender equality. Sweden is one of the most progressive countries in the world when it comes to gender equality, environmental sustainability, and human rights. As a retiree, You'll be living in a country that values inclusivity, fairness, and respect for everyone, regardless of background or gender. Swedish society is deeply committed to equal rights for women and men, and this is reflected in everyday life, from the workplace to personal relationships. Moreover, the country has ambitious goals to be fossil fuel-free by 2050, making it a leader in sustainability. 6. Excellent public transport. Sweden has an efficient and reliable public transportation system, making it easy to get around the country, even if you no longer wish to drive. Cities like Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmö offer well-connected buses, trains, and trams, while rural areas have more limited but still functioning public transport options. For retirees, this is particularly important if mobility becomes an issue later in life. 7. Cultural richness and history. Sweden has a rich cultural history, with roots in the Viking Age, but it also embraces modernity. Retiring in Sweden means you have access to world-class museums, galleries, and historical landmarks, from Stockholm's Gamla Stan, Old Town, to the Vasa Museum. The country has a deep appreciation for the arts, and there are plenty of opportunities to immerse yourself in Swedish culture, whether through music, literature, or design. Cons of retiring in Sweden. 1. High cost of living. While Sweden offers an excellent quality of life, it comes with a relatively high price tag. Everyday expenses, particularly in cities like Stockholm and Gothenburg, can be quite high. Housing costs in major cities are a major concern, with rental prices reaching over $1,500 per month for a modest apartment. Even in smaller towns, prices can be steep compared to other parts of Europe. Food, dining out, and other daily costs are also higher than in many countries. This high cost of living could stretch your retirement savings unless you're well prepared financially. 2. Harsh winters and long periods of darkness. One of the biggest drawbacks of retiring in Sweden is the climate, particularly during the long, dark winters. In the northern parts of the country, the sun may not rise for days during winter, and temperatures can drop to extreme lows. Even in the southern regions, winter months are long, cold, and dark, with the sun setting as early as 3 p.m. in some areas. This can be a significant challenge for those not accustomed to cold weather, or for retirees seeking a warm, sunny climate during their golden years. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, is also more common due to the lack of sunlight, which can affect mood and energy levels. 3. Language barrier. While many Swedes speak excellent English, particularly in urban areas, Swedish is the official language and is used for most administrative purposes. Learning Swedish can be challenging for some retirees, especially if they don't have a background in learning new languages. While you can get by with English in day-to-day situations, understanding Swedish will become necessary for dealing with official matters, healthcare appointments, or integrating more fully into Swedish society. For retirees who want to immerse themselves in the local culture, learning the language is a big task. 4. Limited real estate availability in cities. Housing availability, especially in large cities like Stockholm, can be a significant issue. The real estate market is highly competitive, and it can be difficult to find affordable housing in desirable areas. Renting, in particular, is subject to long waiting lists, and property prices have been on the rise for several years. This shortage of available housing may push retirees to settle in less central areas, which might not be as convenient or well-serviced. 5. Taxation. Sweden has a reputation for high taxes, which fund its generous social services and welfare system. As a retiree, this could mean that your foreign pension may be subject to Swedish taxation, depending on the tax treaties between Sweden and your home country. While Sweden offers many public services, the higher tax burden can be a disadvantage for retirees looking to preserve their savings. If you have significant assets or income, it's crucial to consult with a financial advisor to understand how Swedish taxes may impact you. 6. Bureaucracy for non-EU citizens. While EU/EA citizens have a relatively easy time relocating to Sweden, the process is more complex for those from non-EU countries. The application for a residence permit can take several months, and you'll need to prove that you have sufficient income and health insurance to sustain yourself. This bureaucratic hurdle can be daunting, especially if your financial situation is complicated or if there are delays in the processing of your application. 7. Cultural differences and adjustments. Swedes are known for being polite and reserved, but they can also be more distant or less openly social compared to people from other cultures. This can be challenging for retirees coming from more socially outgoing countries. Additionally, the emphasis on personal space and independence may take some getting used to. While Swedish society is incredibly welcoming, the cultural differences in communication, social interaction, and even small everyday behaviors could take time to adapt to. Before making a final decision, it's important to weigh both the pros and cons carefully. Will you be able to thrive in the cold, dark winters? Are you financially stable enough to manage the higher cost of living? Ultimately, Sweden could offer you a peaceful, fulfilling retirement, but only if you're ready for the challenges that come with it. Make sure to subscribe for more insights and guidance on retirement options, expat life, and practical tips for enjoying your golden years abroad.